Hi guys, in today's video I show you a super simple, easy foundation look. This is just my foundation routine and I walk you through it with the products that I use. You do not have to go out and buy these products by any means. By the way, my foundation shade is a little bit off, so it does look a little bit off, but if you would like to see how I do my foundation and the techniques that I like to use, then just keep on watching. Alright, let's get started. So the main tool we're going to be using in this video is the Beauty Blender. Now you could use any kind of sponge. Now I really like the Beauty Blender, but I will say for $20 compared to $6 for like a Real Technique sponge, I don't know, there's so many alternatives right now that I feel like you can't justify the $20 for the sponge, but if you have the extra money to splurge on it, then go ahead by all means. I do really like it compared to those other sponges, I will say. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin. So I have pretty dry skin and it is pretty dry right now. So I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Skin Boost Vitamin Shot and Hydrating. It's actually a pretty good primer, I will say. It's really hydrating for the most part. While that soaks in, I'm going to prep my eyes with some Covergirl Trublend concealer. This color is actually in the shade Golden Neutral or Golden Natural. I like to go in with the warmth of my finger. You could go in with your Beauty Blender. Before this creases, I'm going to go in with Maybelline Fit Me Powder in Light 15 Light. And this is on a e.l.f. powder brush. It's a blush powder brush. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. I'm just taking a small amount of that and really just working it into my pores. Alright, so while that's kind of setting down a little bit, let's talk about ways to apply your foundation. Now, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy any supplies at all. You could use your fingers, you could use brushes, you could use sponges. It really all comes down to preference at the end of the day. I like a sponge because I like a little bit of product to lift when I'm laying it down. A sponge absorbs product, where like a brush will apply a lot more coverage. The denser the brush, the more coverage you're gonna get. This is my all-time favorite foundation. I've looked around for other foundations and I don't even know why, honestly. This foundation's only like $5-6 and you can buy one go and half off a lot of times on Wet n Wild products. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation and this one's in cream beige. I'm thinking this is my color. I'm not 100% sure. I'm in between colors right now. This might be a little bit dark for me, but it's okay. I'm really not too bothered about it today. Now that I have that product down, I'm going to blend it out with my Beauty Blender. Alright, so you've noticed that I've avoided my eyes and I haven't done my nose yet. We're going to go to my nose first. When doing my nose, even if I have a pore filling primer, you're really going to need to pat and drag. Just so pat and drag a little bit, not too hard, just to really work it into the pores. Alright, so the reason why I've avoided the under eyes is because A, I do not put concealer on, and B, I'm super careful about my under eyes. I absolutely cannot stand creasing under my eyes. Now, I'm only 25, and listen, I don't get much creasing, but it bothers me enough not to want to wear concealer and put more product on, so it does crease. I find that putting on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation under my eyes, just a very small amount of it in the right kind of way, just really doesn't crease at all, or minimum. Alright, so I'm going to apply a small amount right at the base of this circle. Alright, I applied a little bit more than I'd probably like. But if you notice, when I look down, you can see little half circles, right? And I place them right at the very edge of those half circles. And we're going to work the product just on that edge of that half circle. So we're really going to work it in the darkest areas, which would be right on the outer corner and right here in the inner corner. Now I'm going to actually bring that down to my cheek just so that it's not all up in the sponge and I don't want too much product. Alright, so I've really outlined that circle. We're going to start on the outer corner. Really just focus it there. I'm focusing it and I'm blending it down to my cheek. I'm going across my inner corner. I'm really avoiding that lower lash line. Then when I have minimal product, I'm going to hit close to that lash line. You can even look down. Tilt your head down and look up, and that really stretches that under eye skin to really give you a nice smooth base. Alright, I'm going to do the other eye. Alright, so I'm going to set my face using that same Maybelline Fit Me powder. I like to load up my sponge. I do not like to bake, so what I'm doing is I'm loading it up and I'm tapping off the excess. And I'm actually going to set my nose first. I like to dab it and just really get it in there. Relax the forehead and bring it up to the forehead. And I'm going to take a smaller amount, dab off the excess. I'm going to go to my cheeks. And when I have minimal product, I'm going to look up. I'm going to set that under eye. I really don't have a lot of product on. The less product you have on your under eye, the better. I did get a little bit more than I would like, so it does kind of look a little bit dry, so be a little bit careful. I'm going to do the other eye. Alright, I'm going to set the rest of my face. Alright, this shade does look a little dark for me, but that's okay. It's more for demonstration. Alright, I'm going to take the cream blush. It's the Flower Blush Balm in the shade Nectar. I'm just going to start with a little bit of this and work my way up. I'm going to top this off with a Milani Baked Blush and a Luminoso. I do really like to just blend it up to my temples. This is a very dewy blush, but I am going to add some highlight. This is the Flower Beauty Highlight Trio. I'm going to take the lightest color, popping this on with a fan brush. Ooh. Forgot how strong these are. You can actually pat that down with your sponge. I'm just using the same side I used the powder. And just melted it in the skin. It's a little more intense than most people probably like. That's okay. You can always just dial it down. And take that same highlighter, but this time on a small dome brush. I like to highlight the tip of my nose. And then right in between my eyes. This gives a nice glow. I feel like it just really adds some dew to the face. I'm gonna go into my inner corner and just highlight that as well. And then I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow. Alright, so I'm gonna comb out my brows. I actually don't do my brows. I have really full brows, guys, so I just really don't feel the need to actually put brow product in them. I have in the past, but it just doesn't matter to me. So we're just enhancing our own features. So I can do a brow video in the future if you'd like. Just let me know, but for this video, I'm not going to do my brows. Alright, so I just took off the foundation on my lips and put some lip balm on. I actually used the Jack Black Lemon Intense Lip Balm Therapy. I've been loving this. I'm going to set my face with the Catrice Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Alright guys, that's it for this super easy, basic base look. You can always tone it up or tone it down. You can also use the products that you have at home. You don't necessarily have to run out and buy any of these things. This is just me showing you how I do my base. I'll try to leave all of the products I use down below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.